book lovers, it's me again, Raimskie, your favorite book-loving homosexual. Really, I'm not your favorite. So anyway, welcome to another book review for 2021. And this time, I will be reviewing As Far As You'll Take Me by Phil Stamper. Yeah, this lighting here is better. Now, the story in this book is all about Marty Pierce and his adventures in Europe. That's why it's called As Far As You'll Take Me. The story goes like Marty Pierce is trying to escape his very, very judgmental town, specifically his parents, because Marty Pierce, or let's just call him Marty. So Marty came out to his parents during the London Pride Parade the previous year. I mean, not in this reality, but in the reality of this book. When Marty came out to his parents, and I think it was during the Pride Parade or before their trip to Europe or London, whatever. When Marty came out to his parents as a gay teenager, they were neither happy nor supportive of it, because Marty's parents are really, really religious. And by religious, I mean Bible-thumping religious. That's how they are. And since Marty has this ongoing anxiety with himself for some apparent reason, he just wanted to get out. He just wanted to be done with his parents, because for a gay kid, for a queer kid to come out and not be accepted by the only family that they have known, it's too much for them. Especially if your parents or your entire family is a Bible-thumping religious group. What Marty did is that he concocted a plan with his best friend. And by that, I meant he only told his best friend what his plan is all about. So he worked really hard to save a lot of money for his Europe trip or London trip. And little did his family know that Marty only got one-way ticket. And he has no plans of going back to his hometown, nor to his family. Because during the time in this book, I mean the first few pages in this book, he was just a 17-year-old. And he turns 18 when he is in London. So his plan is, when he turns 18, he should have an apartment to himself. He has a really good paying job and pretty much independent from his parents. So they cannot forcefully bring him back home. Home is the word, actually. As soon as he got to London, his cousin was supposed to fetch him or to meet him at the airport. But then things happened and he was greeted by his cousin's classmate, I guess, or friend, something like that. And when Marty saw this boy, child, he got wooed by him because he's got this British accent that he just cannot resist. That was my fake ass British accent. So he cannot resist the British accent the boy has. Why are we doing a British accent? That is so ugh. So Marty and this boy, funny thing is that this boy's name is Pierce and Marty's name is Marty Pierce. So coincidence? I think not. Good one, Phil. So I'm not going to say anything more about what they did, because I'm going to be detailing every single thing that happened in this book. This is going to be a long one. So Marty and Pierce eventually got a lot closer, and Shane and Marty's newfound friends doesn't actually approve of their blooming relationship. That's all I'm going to say, blooming relationship, because if you guys want to know if they're going to be ending up together, then again, you know what I'm going to say. Read this book. Long story short, Marty and Pierce got really close, and he and his best friends in the US had a falling out. And that falling out of theirs is his very first heartbreak in his life. Eventually, by the end of the book, he told his parents about his plans, and because he sent out a diary that he did for one of his school projects the previous year in this book. And in that diary, he told a lot of things that he felt during their trip in Europe, which is pretty much not a good thing. And by that, I meant it was pretty sad, pretty angry, pretty anxious inducing, because in that diary, it is written there how he felt when he came out to his parents as a gay teenager. And one of the things that I don't like about this book, and I must say that this is going to be a trigger warning for you guys, is that the anxiety depicted in this book is pretty on point. That I myself felt Marty's anxiety. It crept out to me, and honestly, whenever he has these panic attacks, I myself cannot breathe as much. I am really holding my breath whenever I read about it. And there's a part in this book when Marty had an anorexic episode. And I'm not going to say why, because again, I'm going to be spoiling this book for you guys. So anyway, when I read about his anorexic episode, it brought a lot of memories in me, because I was an anorexic teenager myself. And this was during most of my teenager years, actually. Because I guess I got really tired of being that fat, closeted gay kid. So I just told myself, you know what? I'm going to trim down. I'm tired of being fat, so let's do this. And by do this, I meant not eat properly. I didn't go through a bulimic phase. Trust. I just don't want anything touching my throat except for that thing. Yeah, that thing. You know what I'm talking about. Don't have a gag reflex. Oh my god. This is getting rated R. So anyway, just a warning for you guys, if you're planning on reading this book, it depicts anorexia, or rather it has an anorexic episode, anorexic scene, you could say. And it depicts anxiety really realistically. So a little bit of a warning for you guys. With all of that said, I'm going to give this gorgeous book 8 out of 10 stars, because it is such a fun read. Trust me, this is one of the books that you have to read during spring or summer, because the setting in this book is during summer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, even though I know that this is not a little video. And if you did enjoy watching this, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and do follow me here on YouTube, Instagram, and on Twitter. And yes, now I do have a book talk account, TikTok for bookstagrammers or booksters like me. Again, this is Raimskie telling you guys to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer out.